Sophos Intercept X with EDR will automatically generate threat cases based on any detection event that happens. This automatic generation will show in the dashboard as most recent threat cases. Sophos will determine a priority based on what we're seeing for the complexity of the attack and whether or not business files were involved. We'll include the detection name that occurred, the user and device that the detection happened on. From here, an administrator can explore further. Let me show you what that looks like in the console. So from Sophos Central, if you go to Endpoint Protection, you'll immediately see the dashboard. This is where the threat cases are shown, recent threat searches that the administrator has done, as well as saved searches that they can run again. In this case, we'll take a look at a CryptoGuard event. We can see that it has a priority of medium. It's the first of 4 events that happened at about the same time on the victim 1 machine by user test. Exploring deeper, we can see more information on this threat case itself. Here we have the victim 1's machine. Root cause for this attack came from a PowerShell action, with the ransomgen.exe being detected as malicious. At this time, it's been cleaned up. The overall summary shows us some basic information, the information that's summarized up above, but also suggested next steps. One of the next steps could be to isolate this computer or conduct a scan on it. Looking at the threat case details itself, we can see a fairly complex attack appears to have been detected. We have PowerShell and ransomgen, but a number of additional things that were happening as well. To simplify this view, you can go to Directed Path as one of the options for the threat viewer. This now shows us that PowerShell wrote a Visual Basic script. It wrote an executable called PuTTY. It wrote ransomgen, which ended up being convicted, and it wrote another executable called mem.exe. And we can see here, each of those files were read by a WS script. The ransomgen execution itself looks like it was coming from that script file. And we can see here that there's a command line process that's involved as well. So it looks like from a PowerShell, multiple files were written. A command line was launched that was the parent to Microsoft's WS script that launched and ran ransomgen, which was convicted as malware. That's the basics of the threat cases. We'll go into more details about what can be seen with the threat case review in a moment.